welcome to Munich. We are here this weekend to have a little explore of the city, and today we are going to be doing a walking tour.
Yeah, that's right. And tomorrow we're going to go to the BMW Museum and the BMW Welt. But today, Em's in charge of our walking route, so where are we going next, Em?
Okay, well before we start the walking route, I'm starving, so let's go and get breakfast and then we can go and explore the city.
Okay, Lost Gate. First stop, Emmy's kitchen for breakfast.
So we are here at Emmy's Kitchen, which is just outside of the main city. You can get here via a tram or the U-Bahn. I have tofu scramble, and Sean got the ultimate pancakes, which looks absolutely incredible.
We're starting off at Karlsplatz. This is one of the main little centres of Munich. Most of the transport systems will connect here, so if you're arriving from the Hauptbahnhof, it's just around the corner. Yeah. So it's a good place to start here. Yeah.
So behind us you can see we've got Karlspur, which leads on to Neuhausstraße, yep. Which is the two main shopping streets of Munich. So we're going to head in that direction now through the Gothic gate and onto the shopping street.
I don't think we got time for shopping now. We have a strict schedule today. As you walk down Neuhausstraße towards Old Town, in the direction of Old Town, there's the Old Citizens Hall here, which is now a church. That's just on your left.
But it originally was supposed to be a lot grander. Actually, when they started to build, it was in the Gothic era. So the two towers at the front were supposed to be pointed towers, but by the time they finished building this building, it was more the Renaissance era. So it ended up having domes instead of these Gothic towers and the red brick. So it's really a unique mismatch of architecture. It's really beautiful. Now we are back on the main street and heading more towards Old Town for our next stop.
Here at Marinaplatz we have the Rathaus, or Town Hall as you might know it, and at 11 and 12 there's a little show going on here that attracts a rather large crowd.
It only lasts for about 15 minutes, so make sure you're here for it, but it's quite iconic, very cool to see. So we are now inside the Neues Rathaus, which I've just been reading about because I wanted to make sure, because I wasn't sure that it did survive World War II, so all of the carvings you see are original. Vielen Dank. Tschüss. Oh my goodness, it's small in here.
So this is just across the road from the Rathaus, and you get possibly the best views of the city and of the town hall.
And apparently you can see all the way to the Alps on a clear day. So
It's a bit tight, isn't it?
It's a bit tight. 300 steps. Time lapse starting now.
Not in prison, take our word for
Just
it.
about. We're at top of one of the towers, just in the centre in Marina Platz. You get into it kind of by going around the back of one of the curtains, and yeah, it's €5 to get to the top, and it's totally worth it. Really great views. It's nice because you can go in the top of the Neues Rathaus, but this one has slightly better views.
Not so far from the Rathaus is the Victualian Market, I think it's pronounced. Now, a lot of people say this is just for the tourists, but what tourist is buying 2 kilograms of potatoes and their weekly shop?
It's very authentic, I think. And here we've got the maypole in the centre of the market.
No trip to Munich would be complete without a visit to the Hofbrauhaus, aptly positioned on Brauhausstraße or Brewery Street. This might be busy. There might be a lot of drunken people here.
Yeah. It's only 12 o'clock. It's only 12 o'clock, so I have hope.
12 o'clock in Munich is also a drink o'clock.
Let's go see.
Just ask me what beer, so we'll see what he's going to bring us.
Yeah, you've gone for a beer and I've gone for a white spritzer, so we'll see what comes. But the prices, if you're interested, because I know everybody normally is, the half litre is €5 and the full litre is €10, but that should probably do you for a good few hours. And then we've got bread baskets and Prestos and everything, even a vegetarian section, which is good. But yeah, it's such a cool vibe in here though.
So a litre is about the same price as half a litre in Switzerland.
Yeah.
So seems good value so far.
Yeah.
Guys, there was a big one.
It's like the size of my head. I think this could feed a family of 5.
Everything's scaled up here in Munich. I'm going to do a gurning competition.
Look at the size of my body. How is that supposed to fit in here? So far this place has definitely been my favourite place we've been in Munich. The vibes here are just awesome. So even if you just come for a Coke and you don't want to drink, or you just want to grab a quick pretzel, you have to come here whenever you're in Munich. But onwards and upwards, or onwards and outwards?
Oh, we just met a really nice old boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just met an old boy. He's got his own glass there, and he just locks it when he wants it. He gets it when he wants it as well.
Yeah. So this is like where all of the glasses are kept, I guess, and they've all got locks on, and someone just came and unlocked it. But we should get going, mister.
Are we going now?
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, finish it. That litre of beer. Nice. Okay.
Okay, where next then? Toilet, I think.
I think we're just going to wander through Old Town a little bit and then head to one of the gardens. Hofplatz here, and you can arrive here by U-Bahn and then come into the Hofgardens, which if you've had enough of the city, because it's super busy here on a Saturday, you can head into the gardens for a picnic or a coffee or whatever you want. Yeah, and it's also got these Renaissance era buildings in it. Can you pan?
Alice there, I think you can go inside that.
So we have come to a Vietnamese restaurant, quite out of the city really. We had to get the U-Bahn about 20 minutes I think to get here, but it's really highly recommended and the food looks incredible. We chose to go with Vietnamese because we can get German cuisine whenever we want really. Obviously we live in Switzerland and 10 minutes from Germany, so venture wherever you want. There's loads of good options for obviously German food here in Munich, but we decided to go for something a little bit different. So I have the fried dumplings and Sean went for the steamed dumpling soup. Welcome to BMW World. We are here at Olympia Park in Munich.
So come join us as we take you along on our tour of BMW Museum and BMW World.
Let's go! Now, if you're anything like me, before a museum tour, you've got to hit two things. The gift shop and the cafe. So we're heading into the BMW cafe here to grab some coffee, and then I'm definitely going to hit up the gift shop before we head for our tour.
Just at the entrance of the BMW Museum, we've got an example here of where it all started. BMW, before it was a brand making their own motorcycles, they used to produce these small capacity, and you can see it's the famous Boxer engine, although positioned in a different orientation than normal. But I think in about 1922, I think, is when BMW started to make their own motorcycle, and we're going to see what they produce first just in a second. One of the most important examples here in the museum is the R32 here, which was built in 1923. Just after the First World War, after the Treaty of Versailles, BMW was actually banned on producing the aircraft engines, so they turned towards a motorcycle engine, and this was the first motorcycle they built with the BMW name. It was quite technically advanced during the stage. It had electric lights, which was an optional extra. See the lovely suspension there, and the all-famous Boxer engine there. The next room, you see the development from the R32, with the R39, the R63, now, which was the fastest produced motorcycle of its time. What I find quite interesting about these is, at this period of time, there was no actual dedicated motorcycle designers. All these bikes were designed and made by the engineers that produced the aircraft engines. So I think that explains why they're really solidly built and really ahead of their time. Okay, so over here we have the 1938 RS255, which was this model bike which won the TT race for the first time and also dominated the 500cc class in 1937. Interesting point about this bike, which was ridden by George Meyer, was that just before the Second World War, all of motorcycles, cars and engines were all acquired and taken from people. He actually hid this bike in his cellar, and it was thus preserved so we can see it today.
BMW 3 Series behind me and an array of colours and the different variations of the car to my left. We're going to continue on and go towards one of my favourite and more artistic pieces really of the museum. If you look here, we have all of the model lines going back to the 1970s all the way to 2010, which is a really cool artistic way of expressing how much the company has expanded its product line over the years. As we continue walking, we head into probably what will be our favourite room of the tour, into the Motorrad or the motorcycle room. So I'm going to pass you over to Sean to give you some more details.
One of my absolute favourites here at the museum is the 1981 BMW R80 G/S. It's actually the first bike that BMW competed in the Dakar Rally. When it arrived, most people mocked it and said it didn't stand a chance, but they had the last laugh as it went on to win that race in 1981. Here it is.
A little extra special addition on here that you might notice is this additional swing arm here. Obviously it was built with the single side arm there, which was more than adequate for this bike and had been proven and tested, but the rider, just for a bit more confidence and reassurance, wanted this extra piece, so they added it for him so he didn't have to worry about it.
1954 BMW won their first sidecar championship. We have the traditional classic logo on this side. However, to honour the riders that were racing this bike, they put on a special badge on the other side which reflects the Bavarian colours of white and blue as opposed to the standard blue and white. So you don't see that on many bikes. 279 kilometers an hour done on this bike in 1937. Don't fancy it myself.
So behind me we have this wall of all different models and all different types of bikes, ranging from the R80 all the way down to the R1200C, a cruiser style, and this BMW R1000X, which is quite beautiful in this colour. And next we are heading into the kind of aspect of the company, the future really, electric car section, which is brand new. So let's have a look what it's in store for us in this room. So moving on to the electric section, behind me we have the CE04, which looks absolutely beautiful. It's something really futuristic and modern. Hopefully BMW will make more of their motorcycle collection electric into the future. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's definitely the way things are going, but still loving the fuel-powered bikes at the moment. But I'd be interested to test this out, as I've heard that the acceleration on this is quite brutal actually. So perfect for a city or maybe a commuter bike. But I think this is perhaps the way electrical vehicles should be used at the moment. Instead of these huge big SUVs, perhaps small nippier scooter styles would be ideal for the city. So yeah, definitely going to try this one soon.
So I have behind me the BMW Assetto, which is a 245cc little bobble car, which is a smaller engine than my 310, and it is absolutely adorable. I think I've kind of fallen in love with this one. I might have to buy one. My dad's actual favourite car is the Bonbug, and it's got like a similar vibe and a similar feeling to it, but I've not seen anything so cute.
We're here in the concept room where we've got the concept cars from time gone by, but also here what caught my eye is this 6-cylinder 2009 concept bike, which still looks futuristic today.
Behind me we have the BMW R90S, which is actually one of the first bikes that BMW employed designers to influence the overall look, and you can definitely feel that it has a slightly different vibe and aesthetic to the previous bikes.
That concludes our little tour of the BMW Museum. There's so many fantastically preserved examples here, so you should definitely come down here and check them out for yourself. We're going to head over to the BMW World now, and I think you can interact with a lot of the new releases there. So we're going to head over the bridge now and see what they've got there before it closes. Okay, so we're just about to jump back in the car and drive back to Basel, but we've had a great day.
It's been awesome. Everything has been so much fun, and I definitely recommend, if you ever find yourself in Munich, or even if not, make the journey here, because it is a great family fun day.
Yeah, ideal trip for the weekend. There's plenty to see in Munich and plenty to see here too. So we'll catch you again on our next episode.